Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I always say days only come in good, better, and best. This is still a good day. We love the rain. We need the rain. Thank God for the rain. Governor Pritzker, welcome back to Joliet.
Thank you.
Last time I saw you, helped us build about $1.3 billion worth of roads. Always has Joliet in his sights. I know that, and we really appreciate that. It's my pleasure to be here today to celebrate a significant step forward in making Joliet a greener, more sustainable city. The installation of electrical vehicle chargers at this Joliet Park District site marks a major milestone. The project represents our collective and collaborative commitment to meeting the needs of our residents while playing a part in the broader effort to combat climate change and reduce the carbon footprint. I might want to add, what a better place to put electrical chargers than at a health club. So while we're charging our car, we're going to charge these bodies of ours. Perfect timing. Electrical vehicles are the future of transportation, and it's essential that we build the infrastructure to support this growing demand that is here and now. As an owner of an electrical vehicle and someone that works in the automobile industry, I understand firsthand the importance of this technology. And I want to say to the kids over here, whenever I get out of one of my electric vehicles, I tell my friends I'm saving the planet for you. Yes. Because this is what we need. You are the future. We love you, we appreciate you, and I'm glad you're here so you can breathe more clean air from all these wonderful units that we're putting in here. So great to be here with you all. By installing these chargers in this location, we're not just making life more convenient for electric vehicle owners, we're also helping to shape the future where clean energy is accessible to everyone. These chargers will not only serve Joliet, but also visitors from other communities as well, especially those traveling through our city, which, as you know, is the crossroads of the United States. I-55 and I-80 cross the country. To make projects like this a reality, we need the continued support of our state leaders and organizations like ComEd, led by Gil Quinones, and their partnership with all of us to make this happen. Their investment in our communities help us to build a brighter, more sustainable future. The Joliet Park District has always been a cornerstone of our community by providing green space and recreational opportunities for our families. I want to thank the partners at the Joliet Park District for their collaboration in this initiative and for their ongoing commitment to the quality of life in our city. I also want to recognize the hardworking team that made this project a reality, our Veterans Energy team. Ed West and his team did a great job putting these in. Again, I want to thank everyone for the collaborative effort in this project, and I'd like to introduce our Governor Pritzker, who does so much for us here in Will County and has done so much for the green initiatives of our state. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for your leadership. And yes, it feels like I've been back in Joliet, I don't know, once every 3 weeks or so as we make announcements about new jobs and new investment here. And this is yet another advancement in Joliet that I'm very, very proud of. So good morning to everyone. Good morning. It's always a pleasure to be back here, even in this kind of weather, and especially so because we get to celebrate progress toward meeting our climate-friendly electrification goals for the state of Illinois. This event is really an important milestone. It's a result of years of hard work and advocacy from policymakers and environmental activists, organized labor, community partners. I want to particularly take note of Ed West and the Veterans Energy team and their engagement in this, and of course our business community. The business community has been one of the biggest advocates for electrification, and I'm grateful to them. While there are far too many people to name, I want to acknowledge just a couple of folks who are here specifically that helped make this possible. I mentioned Mayor Terry Darcy, but I just want to say again that that without his partnership, there would not be some of the advancements that we're talking about today. And of course, our great Will County CEO, Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant, who I got to work with when she was in the state Senate, and now even more so now that she's leading the county. All of my colleagues who are here, specifically Leader Evans and Senator Ventura from the General Assembly, I just want to be clear that nothing happens in this state without the governor and the General Assembly working together to get things done. And so I really do appreciate everything. And Larry Walsh. This is somebody who has been an advocate not just for clean energy and for broadening our energy portfolio, but also for the men and women of organized labor who have been partners with him. And I want to thank you for your leadership. Where did you go? Larry, you're all the way over there. Larry, thank you very much. And then finally, Gil Quinones, who I also get to see quite a lot because of our energy portfolio is expanding, and without ComEd, we wouldn't be able to do it. So since my earliest days in office, the General Assembly and I have relentlessly pursued one of the most ambitious climate agendas in the nation. Reducing air pollution from transportation is vital to a healthy future for our children and for our planet. One of the focus areas for a more climate-friendly future is reducing carbon emissions from internal combustion engine cars and trucks. Embedded in that effort is an enormous economic opportunity. So throughout the past 5 years, we have put our shoulder to the wheel to get the electric vehicle industry off the ground here in Illinois. We've attracted car and bus makers and their suppliers, and we've incentivized consumer purchases of electric vehicles. So far, we have over 120,000 electric vehicles licensed in Illinois, a 40% increase over last year, which is yet again another 50+ % increase over the year before, and that's going to continue. Those numbers are improving every year. Foundational to a successful transition to EVs is having the charging infrastructure in place to make them as convenient and accessible as any other car. Whether you're headed out on a long-range road trip, taking the kids to school, or on a job site, EV ownership should be easy and affordable for everyone. The Climate and Equitable Jobs Act put forward significant investment in our electric vehicle charging infrastructure. Since June of last year, we've distributed over $69 million in CEJA funds to support EV chargers all across our state. And today you see the product of that vision in the first deployment of a CEJA-funded electric vehicle charging port and set of ports. Yeah. Working together with tax incentives for new charging stations, federal support for this kind of infrastructure, and the grants and incentives from our utility companies, EV charging is becoming easier and more prolific throughout the state of Illinois. In fact, there will soon be a charging station along every highway, every 50 miles in Illinois. That's just the start. But to make sure that you can take a long-range trip across our state and never run out of fuel. I am enormously proud of this step that we're announcing today, and grateful to all of you for getting us here. Over the next few years, the electric vehicle ecosystem in Illinois will continue to grow, creating more quality jobs, building out more charging infrastructure, and making EVs a more accessible and affordable option for Illinois families. You know, the very best part of being governor is being a part of bringing advancements like this to life, and doing it thinking about, of course, the livability of our state, but also about the next generation. And I'm really proud of the work that's been done to get us here. So with that, I'll hand the podium over to our vital partner in our clean energy future, and that's ComEd CEO Gil Quinones.
Thank you very much, Governor, and good morning to you all. Thank you to Mayor Darcy. Thank you to JBT, Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant of the Will County Board, and other local leaders for hosting us here today. I want to start by saying congratulations to the Joliet Park District on the debut of your first EV charging stations right behind me here. We know that Joliet is firmly on the path to expanding EV access, so there will be more to come. For years, we have talked about electric vehicles as the future of transportation, but increasingly, EVs are becoming the mode of transportation in the present day. That this didn't happen by accident. It is the fulfillment of Governor Pritzker's vision, the Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, working with his partners in the General Assembly. It is a nation-leading law containing a set of bold ambitions, such as a target of putting 1 million electric vehicles on the road here in Illinois by 2030. Now, to achieve those goals, we know that we need to accelerate the build-out of widespread network of public charging. ComEd is proud to play a role in this important work. As part of CEJA, ComEd was empowered by the Illinois Commerce Commission to create a beneficial electrification plan. Through that plan, ComEd has approval to spend $230 million over 3 years up to 2026, of which $90 million will be for this year on customer programs promoting EV adoption and charging. The 16 fast chargers coming online here in Joliet Park District are funded in part through that plan. ComEd provided a rebate of nearly $1 million to help offset the costs of the make-ready infrastructure. It's the largest rebate we've given to a single customer. And it's another demonstration of how we are all working together, state and local governments under the leadership of Governor Pritzker. All of us collaborating with utilities like us, ComEd, as well as community partners to support EV growth across Illinois. Since 2022, the number of EVs in the state have more than doubled from 53,000 to now 116,000. And the vast majority are here in Northern Illinois and ComEd service territory. We're also seeing the percentage of EV registrations grow at twice the national rate since ComEd launched EV rebates in February of this year. In addition, we now have nearly 4,000 public ports across Illinois. It is estimated that over the next 2 years, we're targeting 2,000 of this DC, direct current fast chargers, because it is estimated that we need about 7,000 of these fast chargers, public fast chargers, to support the 1 million EVs by 2030. So by building out this infrastructure and by promoting rebates to reduce costs, we believe more people will make the leap into a more electrified future. This will in turn create businesses, as the governor said, and job creation and the EV ecosystem across our state, and will provide opportunities for local auto dealers and local contractors who install charging. One of those local firms, Veterans Energy Team, as you've heard already, is joining us here today. At ComEd, we take pride in supporting our state, regional, and local partners, from small businesses to individual consumers. It's all part of paving the road to a cleaner, carbon-free future here in Illinois. We will continue to work together on educating consumers, reducing costs, and building out charging infrastructure. We want EV to be an easy decision for our consumers, and we don't want any EV buyer to have any range anxiety. Now, the progress we've made so far makes me really optimistic about what our teamwork can accomplish in the years ahead. So on behalf of my team at ComEd, partners like Mega Lectura from the state, we work very closely together. Thank you all very much. And now, with that, I am pleased to turn it over to Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant, Will County Executive.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. We welcome Governor Pritzker, our legislators. Thank you to the Park District, and a special shout out to our early childhood program. Sometimes we come to these events and we don't realize what we are doing until you see firsthand why we have projects like this. This is our future, and this is why this is so important. 2,000 fast charging ports will be installed throughout Illinois, and we should be proud that we're kicking off this positive impacts of CEJA right here in Joliet. This is an achievement for clean transportation. Electric chargers will attract more residents to this wonderful facility and will continue to attract users to other businesses throughout the county, creating a positive economic impact. There is a demand for electric vehicles, and I applaud Governor Pritzker, our legislators, for being proactive in making sure that local governments have easy access to funding for these chargers. The state is also helping plan for our future. Last year, the Illinois Department of Transportation awarded Will County funding to develop a path for meeting the needs of alternate fuel vehicles. The plan will prepare communities and businesses for the future by identifying the most impactful sites for chargers like these. I appreciate that we have the support to meet the needs of our residents and be prepared for the future of energy in transportation. Again, thank you to Governor Pritzker, our legislators, for leading the charge in clean transportation.
Go ahead.
I said I will be told to do this, and I always forget. I am more than pleased to welcome my good friend, Leader Marcus Evans.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of Manuel Chris Welch, the Speaker of the House, and Senate President Don Harmon, and my colleagues that's here, the Will County Contingency. You know, if you live in Will County, you got great representation here, and it starts with Larry Walsh, the big brother and veteran member of your Will County Contingency, who's the chairperson of the Public Utilities Committee, again, pushing for jobs, because we don't just want clean energy, we want jobs and opportunities, because somebody got to pay for the food for these children and the housing, right? And we want to thank Rachel Ventura, because she's always been pushing for clean energy, working with our various advocates. So it's a great time. So give a round of applause for the Will County Contingency fighting for this community. You know, when I got the opportunity to sponsor the CEJA legislation, it wasn't me. There's no me and we. The Illinois General Assembly is a body, is a team. And that team pushed great legislation, and we're proud of that legislation. The legislation was full of hope and opportunity for what? For clean energy, for things like we're doing today. Look across the country. Where's the heart of the United States of America? The heart is in the middle. The heart is in the state of Illinois. People travail through this state all over. These things will be used by folks from all over, definitely our community, but all over. And we pass legislation, we have to have trust that it's going to be what? Implemented appropriately. So I want to make sure we be crystal clear that we've sent that trust to Governor Pritzker, and he's took the promises and the hopes of CEJA, but he's implementing it. We don't got to guess anymore. Open your eyes. It's right here. The hopes and promises of CEJA are being realized because we got the right person at the top to execute it. Other states are talking about putting these things up. Other states are talking about doing wonderful things. All the promises, many of them failed promises. But who's delivering? So give a round of applause to the Governor Pritzker and his administration for executing, getting it done, results. People are tired of promises. They want results. So we can see it. And I told the governor, I said, you know, I can install those things for you. Don't worry. Me and Larry Walsh, we could just install those things. But he declined, very disappointed. So he didn't trust me. So we're not going to install them. We have trusted workers. Illinois is full of what? Great union workers, great private sector workers who can install these things. We're going to install these chargers all over in every community so that when you're driving your electric car, you ain't got to get it towed, all right? Tow companies, no money for you, all right? So I'm going to bring up somebody, not me and Larry Walsh, but Ed West and many others. Think about Joliet. Of course, Joliet is strategically placed in Illinois, but in my community, back in Chicago and Waukegan, all over, we want these electric charging stations all over. We want them built by good men and women of Illinois. We want them built by a union workforce, ideally. So let's bring up Ed West. He'll tell you about how me and Larry won't be doing the work, but he's going to have good companies doing this work, good union workforce. So bring up Ed West.
Whoa. Just a couple deep breaths, and I don't know how I'm going to follow all of that. I guess I'll just do what I know best, which is express gratitude. It's very surreal for me. 25 years ago, I started playing baseball on those fields down there. My son now plays baseball there. I look around this room. I've got, I can't even tell you how many partners and how many supporters. Jack from the EPA. I mean, the governor's standing right behind me right now. Yeah, I don't know how to say it anymore, that I'm grateful for this opportunity. And my team, you know, we've got a great partnership at 176, Excel Electric here. My superintendent of construction's back over there standing in the rain trying to hide from y'all, Rick Beck. But it's just been everything, even down to my family, you know, tolerating me going home, you know, acting like a madman. And, and of course, the Park District in this city, even since I was a kid, they have done nothing but prop me up and support me. And it's very surreal. Thank everybody for being here. I appreciate the support, and hopefully we can get some more of this stuff done around here. So let's go plug this car in.